I'd like to start firstly with the issue of the demolition in the occupied West Bank. What are your thoughts about that?
What we see today is that Israel is trying to abuse any remaining time for Trump being in the White House, and they have exercised a massacre, actually, of homes and demolishing and transforming many families, tens of people, making them homeless. What we see is an act of ethnic cleansing in the Jordan Valley, which Israel plans to annex. The idea here is that Israel prevents Palestinians from building in 62, the West Bank, which is occupied by, according to international law, and at the same time, whenever they build anything, they come and demolish it. And that's exactly what they have done. I have to remind you that 10,000 houses are also threatened to be demolished in the city of Jerusalem alone. So practically, we are talking about ethnic cleansing that is trying to repeat the same ethnic cleansing that was conducted in 1948 against Palestinians, only at a slower rate. And that is a very serious violation of international law. Many of the structures that were demolished were built by the European Union. So practically, Israel also demolished not only the houses, but the contributions of taxpayers in Europe.
Laith, what are your thoughts? Because that's an important point that Dr. Barghouti there just made, right? It's not as if these are just structures that were built completely by Palestinians, right? Because, of course, they're not giving building permits anyhow, but these are also structures built by the likes of the United Nations and the European Union, both of which have also criticized this demolition.
It's clear that the United Nations and the European Union, all they can do is platitudes and condemnations. And this is what has been happening for decades. The EU condemns crimes that apartheid Israel commits, and then does nothing. And in fact, the funding that the EU provides to Palestinians may be considered as a subsidy